Hoi, ik ben Koen en today I'm review the entry of the Netherlands at Eurovision 2023, Mia Nicolai and Dion Cooper with the song Burning Daylight. On the 1st of November, Mia Nicolai and Dion Cooper were announced as the Dutch representatives at the Eurovision Song Contest this year. They weren't really well known in the Netherlands, which isn't really new to the Dutch Eurovision representatives of recent years. Usually, the bigger part of the Dutch public doesn't really know the Dutch representative that well since 2019. Mia and Dion didn't know each other either, since they were coupled by Duncan Lawrence, the winner of Eurovision 2019, and his boyfriend Jordan Garfield. When they were revealed as the Eurovision artists, there was a bit of a controversy, I guess you could call it, since an old Instagram post from Mia made it seem like they were selected half a year before they were announced as the Dutch representatives. But the Dutch broadcaster claimed that this was nonsense, since every song applied to the song application was judged one by one, with Mia and Dion's song being seen as the best one in the end, making them be picked as the Dutch representatives at Eurovision this year. The song Burning Daylight was released on the 1st of March together with a music video. Duncan Lawrence and his boyfriend Jordan Garfield also wrote and composed the song Burning Daylight together with Mia and Dion. I think the Netherlands is once again sending a good song. You can definitely hear that Duncan has worked on this song. Mia and Dion's voices also sound good together in the song, and I think the lyrics are also very well written. But it is an entry we've heard from the Netherlands before, which I also think is kind of the weakness of the Dutch entry this year. I feel like these last few years, the Netherlands has mostly been sending these melancholic kind of songs to Eurovision, except for 2021 of course, which I all like, but it doesn't really show the diversity of the Dutch music scene, and it also doesn't really reflect what most Dutch people listen to if you look at the charts in the Netherlands, which I personally would like to see more. Like, I want something camp from the Netherlands for once. Also, the Dutch Eurovision entries of these last few years don't really reflect the fact that the Netherlands is on the 5th place in the list of happiest countries in the world, though Burning Daylight does end on a happy note of course, or more hopeful note, with a happy message, goodbye old life, you know? I definitely think the song is a good song, but you can hear that Duncan Lawrence has worked on it, which is why I could understand why some people would feel like we're kind of sending the same kind of song as the Netherlands that's just a little bit different, but with the same formula being used. You know what I mean? Also, I feel like you can definitely feel that Mia and Dion didn't know each other before Eurovision yet. Like, I feel like you can really feel that they were coupled. I've also seen people in the Euro fandom say that this couple feels very made, like fabricated, and not like an organic collaboration, even though Mia and Dion say that they immediately felt a click when they first met. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared about the Netherlands qualifying chances this year. The song is qualification worthy, I think, but I think we've all heard the pre-party performances of Mia and Dion, and they just do not sound good live. During the pre-party in Madrid, there were lots of artists that had technical difficulties. You could hear that. Not as well as you could hear it with Mia and Dion, but I was like, okay, let's just first see what the pre-party performance in Amsterdam will sound like. Because in Madrid, you could hear every artist having technical difficulties, you know? But then in Amsterdam, the performance was also not good vocally. And now I'm like, okay, we might have a problem. Like, they do sound good in this clip on TikTok, for example. I'm sorry, just human now, losing myself, I'm chasing but that isn't a live performance in front of an audience, you know? Like, at first I thought the song's qualification worthy. It's just a shame that there are no juries in the semifinals anymore deciding the semifinal qualifiers, which is why I was like, okay, only having televoters in the semifinal could maybe make the Netherlands kind of struggle to qualify, but now even with juries they would have struggled because they just do not sound good live if they also sound this bad during Eurovision itself, of course. Koen Verhulst, the Dutch commentator for Eurovision and member of the selection commission for the Dutch entry, they said that the staging plan is still good enough to still qualify without juries. So if the staging is indeed really well done, maybe a miracle will happen and the televoters will kind of ignore the bad vocals. Maybe there will even be no bad vocals. But looking at these two performances that are both bad out of a total of 2 performances of the song, I'm skeptical about the qualification chance for the Netherlands, especially since Netherlands is in the first semi-final, which is already a very strong semi-final, and Finland is performing right after Netherlands, so there's a big chance of Finland overshadowing Netherlands. Also, viewers at home will feel authenticity, and since Mia and Dion don't really come across to a lot of people like they have a genuine connection and this is an organic collaboration, I feel like that will also shine through. Like if they sing well, there's still a chance for them to qualify, I think, because Netherlands is in between Czechia and Finland in the running order, and this could stand out between those two entries, just with a good staging and good vocals. So if there are good vocals, they could qualify, but right now I'm skeptical. I think in the grand final, if they would qualify, the juries could like this and it could end up higher, but I'm just so not convinced because of those live vocals at the pre-parties, you know? I do feel like now that the Netherlands has less of a chance at qualifying than I initially thought, Latvia has more of a chance at qualifying, and that's kind of the plus side in this whole situation for me. So to conclude, I think the Netherlands is once again setting a good entry to Eurovision. It's a good song, but I also hope we'll get a different type of song from the Netherlands in the future. A less melancholic entry maybe. I hope the Netherlands will qualify since I'm Dutch, but looking at the live performances during the pre-parties, I'm kind of skeptical about the qualification chance for the Netherlands. Maybe they will sing well during Eurovision itself and the staging will be really good and they will qualify. I have hope, always stay hopeful, but as you can notice, I'm pretty skeptical about the Netherlands' chances at Eurovision this year, unfortunately. And that's about all for now. What do you think of Burning Daylight? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching and hopefully until next time. Bye!